Oh, it's 5 minutes left, Mr. O.
Too bad.
Bitch. Karen, Sabani, Hey everybody, welcome to
Hi there.
to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Beanie Boy
The Beanie Boy.
and me, Banshee. Casey, welcome back. Good to see you here. Hey, good to see some names we haven't seen in a while here. So awesome. Good to see everybody. We're fresh off a live event we did yesterday at a Pagan Pride Day. It was a lot of fun. We had some fun stuff on the table, like
The Wheel of Fortune.
the Wheel of Fortune, which is not here today, but the Wheel of Fortune will be making an appearance back on this show, I think, in October. So stay tuned for that. That'll be fun. But no, we had this Good Witch and Bad Witch spinner, too. And let's see if Mr. O is a good witch today. What do you think?
Plus minus.
Well, the camera says
I'm
you
a
are a
bad
bad witch. Sorry.
Okay then.
Well, okay then. So we got to get going. We've got quite the group here today. We don't want to waste a lot of time, so we can read for as many people as possible. All right. So today, as I pull out my Lenormand, I'm still not ready. You want the, yeah, you like that one better. Okay, I'll be using the Halloween Lenormand, and Mr. O will be using the Malefique Lenormand.
And we already mentioned the cards we're using in our chat room wait scenes, so let's go.
We had a great time. No wands for bad witches. We had a great time, absolutely, yesterday. It was a lot of fun. And speaking of fun, I'm going to use the Good Witch, Bad Witch Oracle for our collective reading today. Speaking of good or bad witches, it's by Gillian Kemp. It's probably going to be, if it hasn't already, which I
Thank you,
don't
Lena.
think it has, we are going to be using this in one of our cards of the week. I think it comes out on Witchy Wisdom Wednesday this week. Men in Black, that is correct.
It's the season.
Correct. I'm going to have Mr. O draw a card for us. Man in Beret. Yes, that works. Shadow is on set, by the way, right now anyway, but I know...
Men in Black with Cat in Black.
All I had to do was say Shadow is on set, and
there
leaves.
She goes. Oh, well.
Hey, Kara. That was Tail. All right, Mr. O.
Maybe she'll be back.
Draw a card.
Oh my God, they're so tiny.
I know, aren't they? What do we got?
I have the Silver Moon Witch, number 2.
Oh, I think that's a good witch, I hope.
Oops, gotta hold it that way.
Number 2?
Yes.
I have the Timeless Witches number 2.
Then it's 11? I don't know.
Oh, it's number 2 in the Bad Witches. It is a bad witch. And I just passed it. The Silver Moon Witch. The Feminine Moon Witch, the mistress of women, turns the tide of time in your favor. So actually, it's a good thing. Even if it is a bad witch. The next new or full silver moon will reveal your progress. A full moon magnetizes water into waves. So choose your moment to question whether you are swimming with the tide. Happy days will arrive spontaneously, like the rhythmic moon increases followed by decrease in a never-ending cycle. And it's interesting here, she gives a spell to line your pockets with silver. I'm just going to read it because it's short. Place a mirror on a flat table between a silver and gold candle. Where moonlight shines into a room is the best location. Plant as many silver and gold coins as possible on top of the mirror. Avoid counting the money, as this may limit the increase in wealth. Look into the candle flame, concentrating on the glow, saying, "Silver moon, to you I say, increase my wealth day by day." Allow the candle to burn for some time before snuffing it out. I don't know what makes her a bad witch. That really looked pretty good to me. But hey,
Gee,
not gonna quibble.
Kara, you just gave a true confession, because that means that 300 or 400 years ago, you were a witch.
Ha ha!
Because you couldn't swim or float. I float. I actually do float. I like to relax and just float.
All right, and other oracles I have here, the Oracle of the Seven Energies or the Shaman's Dream, are available if anybody wants an oracle reading instead later.
Right.
We're going to get going with the list.
Swathy's up. Did we already get the question?
Is Swathi up first? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Doggy paddle.
Sure why I had it that way.
Right.
Okay. Lena. Yeah, I'm really out of order here. How'd that happen?
Maybe I'm wrong. No, it's us. Swathy's
No,
up.
I'm going by her list. And Sheena. Okay. Yeah, I'm all messed up. I may have to go with her list. I'm not going to spend time on this right now.
What's
I don't know
my
how that
life's purpose?
You know, maybe because... No, I do have live chat on.
Do you see that? What's my life's purpose?
I saw it. Hi, Sonny. Welcome. Welcome back. He's here, but he's kind of hidden. It's going to be hard for him to get on set. Mr. O will probably do some camera shots from time to time, maybe. Uh-oh.
No,
But
he
he'll
will
find
assert
his
himself.
way, as I knew he would.
Kara, that was you. I know it. And so that's going to be on your bad marks list.
Uh-oh, Kara. Right there.
You only get so many. Okay, Swathy, your life purpose. The first card is the Queen of Pentacles. And then it's the reversed Knight of Swords. And then it's the reversed Six of Pentacles. So life's purpose.
Wow.
We don't know.
No, I'm thinking about it here. You know, the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the reversed, the Six of Pentacles reversed. What am I thinking here? I'm thinking in terms, Swathi, of maybe you're here to bring fairness, to bring equity, maybe to help others in need to some extent, you know, to make sure that things are fair. When I see the Six of Coins reversed, I think, you know, that there's inequities maybe with people who have no money as opposed to people who have many, have a lot. Maybe there's just something you can do to right those wrongs, and there's many ways you can do that. I mean, you don't have to be a lawyer, you don't have to be a politician, you know, you could be somebody who provide services to those who don't have enough for themselves, and you know, it will at least break some of the cycles of inequities in their lives. The Queen of Pentacles is there too, and the Queen of Pentacles is a very nurturing queen, and so I get the feeling here that there could be, you know, some of that you're doing something that's more service, you know, that maybe you want to take more of a service track with your life.
Here's the vibe I'm getting, because I agree with Banshee pretty much. How do you feel about people who maybe have traumatic or abusive pasts and are still coping with that trauma today? So maybe it suggests counseling, or maybe it suggests actual, work in a center maybe that deals with women who were abused by husbands or children who were orphaned. But I'm getting that vibe mostly from the reversed Six of Pentacles, and I can't say exactly why. I know that's really maybe more like the Six of Cups, but it is about the idea about giving something, and so maybe I'm just getting that vibe there. The Queen of Pentacles too talks about management, cultivation kind of things, but I'm just getting the impression of something to do with either abused women or children and counseling, and it's not actually in the cards really in a way.
Yeah, I can't say for certain, because I also feel sort of a physical healing here with the Queen of Pentacles. So in other words, this could be even alternative therapeutics, This could be, just counseling people on ways to heal themselves, things that are more natural, because there's too much inequity, and maybe there's too much reliance, today on, and gee, I should talk, but, for different reasons, but on pharmaceuticals and, traditional healthcare methods, which don't always solve everybody's problems. And also, it is the Queen of Pentacles. And you've got two Pentacle cards here, so I can't help but wonder, too, if you won't be in something, some kind of service that could either help people find their own path to make money, help them out finding money when they need it, securing loans or securing housing, things that people need on a material level to survive, and closing some gaps there. The Knight makes me think of the injustice, and that makes me think of, just trying to give to others. All right. What you got?
Just a minute.
We don't have time for you to keep adjusting your beanie.
So the first one was the Tower,
Yes.
and the second one was the Clouds. So it was followed by the Clouds. So it does look like a relationship maybe with something institutional in a way.
Well, yeah, I really
Releasing depression feelings, or being a person maybe that is in that situation,
Well, this does lead me... Will you sit down?
Will you stop it?
Well, you set this up. No, we're not going to be yelling at him all the time. So,
That's for you.
Yeah, I can do it.
You bet you can.
Leave it to me. So look at here. I think that Mr. O was onto something when he said maybe something about mental or emotional healing. But of course, if people are in desperate need for services or money, whatever, they're going to be suffering emotionally too. So what I feel here, Swathi, is what you do can heal people and make them feel better about life, because it looks like, yeah, you might be working for a place that's working for people who may be depressed, maybe in dire need of some assistance or support.
It's interesting.
It is.
All right.
The tower's not the tower. It's
It's not
in
the
the
same
tarot.
tower.
It's different. It's better.
It's a different kind of tower.
Yeah, it means either an institution of. It could mean being alone and isolated on a negative side.
I always like to say, though, that Tarot's tower is not the same as Lenormand's tower. They are different. All right, who's up? You're welcome,
I
Swathi.
think it's Lena. Yeah, Lena. I have that one, right, I think?
General for the
Everything
next
else
4
is
months in
yes.
finance. All right, thank you, Lena. And Rakesh?
Rakesh has joined us. We'll add Rakesh. All right. There's a big list, Rakesh, though, so hang in there. All right, we are on Lena.
Mm-hmm. Finance for the next 4 months.
Finance, okay. Got it. 4 months. I brought out my Silver Witchcraft Tarot. I'm going to use it today. It's got nice silver around the sides. I haven't used it very much, and I'm not sure how I feel about this one, so it's on my test list. I mean, I like it enough. It's okay, but how much use I really haven't given it much use since I got it. Sonny's gonna knock my computer off of here.
No, that's okay. I don't think that the Tower necessarily is always the greatest just because it shows up in Lenormand. It usually means something about the issues associated with institutions or those kind of qualities.
It always, too, depends around the cards it's with and the nature of the question. Like, we had reversed cards for you, Swathi, but because of your question, it takes on a different meaning.
Okay, your first card is Justice reversed. And then there's the Ace of Swords reversed.
No. How come you're reading? Yeah, okay.
It's because the orientation.
Okay. So you did pull it reversed. Okay.
And then Temperance reversed.
Oh, geez, Lena.
Well, we get a lot of back and forth with you on some of these things. And I don't know if it's just because Tarot's picking up the mood of the moment, the idea, that right at that particular time, there's sort of an alignment with maybe a direction that could present obstacles. We kind of see this here a little bit. I mean, there is the idea of justice, i.e. the idea that maybe there are some fair decisions or decisions that have to be decided fairly. I said the ace was reversed, didn't I? It is reversed, showing there. Okay, they're all reversed, aren't they? I'm sort of screwed up
I'm
here.
hoping you're pulling them, and yeah, okay.
No,
yeah.
it's the way I said it. They're all reversed. Okay, so it's really not a good prognosis. I mean, it sort of looks like decisions that are not equal-minded, so you may be drawn to decisions that don't work for you. That's kind of summed up in Temperance reversed in a way, too, that maybe there's a sense here that you feel there's a balance you're trying to achieve, but maybe it's not really the right balance for some reason.
Well, Lena, I think you're still waiting on that alimony judgment, right? I don't see it happening. This might, or it could go unfavorably, or getting the alimony, even if they're supposed to send it. I think that, there may be little justice coming to you. There's a or what I want to say is there seems to be an empty victory with some type of legal matter. Something does not come through as you had wanted, and it's going to cause you, some undue stress and maybe feeling out of balance because you were hoping for this to happen. So I wonder if this is just pointing to that. That's just my take on these cards together because of the way they came up. So that's definitely not going to happen. And I also feel like there might be just some sluggishness, in the upcoming months as far as financial matters go. You were hoping for things to be better, or at least giving you a little bit more sense of balance, but it just seems hard to come by these next 4 months. And let's see what the Lenormand has to add.
Swathi's was from the Night Sun Tarot. The Night Sun Tarot. That's the same artist that does the Santa Muerte Tarot. That's a good consideration, and I'm thinking we're going to have to think about that. This list is incredibly huge today.
No. Hold on.
Did you read her message?
I did.
Well, why you waste that time?
We're up to 16, which usually our standard is 17, 18. Maybe I missed somebody. I know somebody else came.
You didn't read the message as I mentioned. The mention talks about the characters when she pastes that in there. She has a limitation because of all the
I
names.
see. Well, we got to see what we can do. Maybe, yes, just cutting off people who are already read for might be a way to do that.
That's what she does. She updates the list.
Awesome.
Kate. Haunted house.
Well, okay, so the gate is the mountains and the haunted house. So, Lena, again, this is leaning towards some difficulties in having a sense of security or comfort. Like maybe cash is going to be a little tight in the next 4 months. I'm getting that impression. Cash flow.
Sorry, I was paying attention to the chat.
Well, you can answer that.
So this
It's
is the
okay.
mountain, right? And the home. So it does feel like in relationship to the question, there's just going to be obstacles maybe that are diverting you focusing on the financial. Maybe they're related to something in your home life or the need to just work and improve things in the home life.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's what we have for you.
Hey, I'm getting enough of that.
Do you like this deck?
I think I like the deck.
I'm not giving it to you.
I just have to wait a year or so, and then you probably will.
Maybe. Honestly, Mr. O, you know, I got some decks together to sell. I had like 20 decks that I was going to unload at this event, but Mr. O took 4 of them off
Because you
my
asked me
hands.
to.
I told him to look. I gave him that option to see if he wanted any, and he took them. So. All right. Who is next?
Well, I hate to say it, but you're the keeper of the list.
Nope, my list is flawed, so I'm going to just go with Violet.
No, I'm not. No, that was too Violet.
Oh. Oops. Thank you, Violet. I know I missed somebody right at the end. I knew I did. All right. Well, we'll see how it goes. Some people might drop off, so I'm not willing to completely close yet, but let's see how it goes.
Right. It's a fungible close.
It's a fungible close.
Okay, Aaliyah asks, once Jackson's Diary is getting more noticeable, is it possible for it to have their own live action or cartoon show?
How do you want to do that?
Let's do it as a yes or no.
Okay.
Just
I'm closing the list, she says, tentatively. You got that right.
I have the ultimate control of any of you.
Yes, Mr. O will just delete your messages and he'll cut the mic on me.
No, well, I could actually remove you from being a moderator.
Whoa!
But I'm not going to do that, of course. It's just,
Mr. O.
as a Scorpio, I can only just tell you the truth.
Mr. O, violator.
It's about time somebody noticed. I've been working hard here to be noticed. I won't do that. But now you know that I could. Oh, I've shocked her. She can't think of what to say.
We're being bad today too. Maybe maybe it's
fallout
just,
from yesterday.
It's not just LB. Maybe there's something in the air today. I don't know.
It's
and
a
didn't
fallout
we
from
have
yesterday.
the Knight of Cups reversed today for our card of the day?
We did.
Yeah.
So it's the Two of Wands upright. It's the Nine of Swords reversed. Except it doesn't say it's reversed. I don't have my orientation.
That's
thing
why
down.
I don't know why you do this.
And it's the Pope reversed. So I just... Okay, so that's what it is. Pope reversed, Nine of Swords upright, and Two of Wands reversed. Oh, it was supposed to be a yes or no, but now it's not.
It's not. I know. I know. He's really messing up here. And this whole thing, just read them facing up and we'll tell them it's reversed or not. Facing us. It'll just make it faster and we need speed. The Two of Wands reversed. Right. The Nine of Swords upright. No, wait. See, now I'm doing it wrong, right? The Two of Wands.
It's the opposite of what you see, but it's not to them.
I'm going to hurt you.
Promises.
All right. So basically, the Two of Wands upright is saying, you know what? It's possible they have bigger plans or different plans that might come forward. That's what it looks like here to me.
They're not crying over it.
They're not crying over it. That's one way to say that fast. The other way is to just say that, yeah, they're beginning to feel like maybe they have some wiggle room here. Maybe they had some worries at first of how well they were going to do, but maybe they think they're going to be able to pull this off. And the Pope, the Hierophant, is reversed, which indicates, they might think outside the box and do something like that, do something different.
Yeah, it just seems to me like this could also say that maybe they're on to something else right now. They're kind of like, they just move quickly to something. I don't know if that's the nature of things, but I sort of feel that way.
Angel says we're on a roll today.
Why, thank you.
Yes, we are.
Is it a good roll or is it a bad roll?
Oh, well. It's good.
It's a good roll.
It's good.
It's a good roll. Okay, so Aaliyah, the Lenormand, says the dog.
Yes, and we will add him to the list, Violet.
And the heart. So the dog is about the loyalty, and the heart, of course, influences that. This is really saying they're probably going to stick around, but maybe they just need a little bit of time off because their heart is really into their fans. Their heart is really influenced by who they feel loyal to. They're just really liking that. Okay, your turn.
So Mr. Maurice was even here and I missed him? I was just looking for that.
Yes, it's probably true. You probably missed him.
And he's not on the list. Oh, boy. Okay. Well,
do we know where he should be?
No, I think he probably decided not to because there's so many people or was told the list was closed.
Didn't Violet have the list done in the beginning?
I don't know. Just leave me be. Okay.
I thought he came
earlier.
He sent a
donation.
But he was here earlier. Mr. Maurice was here earlier. I saw him show up earlier.
I'm so confused. I'm just so confused. Thank you, Mr. M.
Thank you,
You are always appreciated. Really appreciate you. I'm so confused. We're sorry. We are a little off our game because it was a busy day yesterday. And I have to say, I'm just going to add one thing. Some of those readings, they were pretty intense. All right. Now, back to this about the show. We have the... God, I can't read them this way. The heart.
The heart is the second card. The dog is the first card.
Oh, my goodness, here. So I think they want to do what... I think this is all about fan loyalty. If they feel like they're getting a lot of, love from the fans, they'll probably do something like that. And that's what we have for you, Aaliyah. Good luck with that. And I'm going to go to my totally messed up list here.
So do we have any idea where Mr. Maurice should be in the list? You had one job, Violet.
He is on the list.
Okay. But my question was, do we have any idea where? Because you just said you didn't have one.
There he is. He's after Seven Oceans. Okay. Sorry, because now I'm looking at your list, and I'm not always looking at the chat. I apologize, Violet, but you didn't screw up.
You guys had one job. Okay.
I failed today with the backup, and I don't know how I did it. I really thought I was seeing things on here, but I was not. Anyway, let's move on. Gina! Gina is up. What you got for us, Gina?
And it's your deck.
My deck? Okay.
Yes.
She posted a question. There it is. The top and bottom card from an oracle deck of my choice.
I don't have an oracle deck right at the hand, but you do.
I do. And I'll use the Oracle of 7 energies.
Well, usually, Kara, what happens is he gets pooed out on all that instigating or whatever that is you're doing there, and then he just falls asleep. He's over here sleeping now.
Kara, there's another reason today. Before the show, he was gnawing on a catnip tea bag. That's what they're called. They look like tea bags. And he just really gummed it up. It was soaking wet. So I'm sure that has something to do with his tiredness.
Let's try to give a little
So while I'm I'm going to give it to you to shuffle, actually, so I can talk, I guess.
Startling.
Yeah, you woke him.
That's what I'm supposed to do.
So anyway, yesterday the cats really missed us. We were gone like from 9 in the morning till, well, it was after 7. I think we got here about 7:30ish last night, and they were just all over us most of the night and being really needy. And so they let us know under no uncertain terms they don't like us to be gone, which is bad when we take a longer trip.
They did something that they never usually do,
Yeah.
which was they all more or less landed on the bed at bedtime with us.
Which they never do
They
together.
never do that.
So it's very odd. And some other things.
Very needy.
I noticed that I haven't talked to Mr. O about yet before our trip. You know, well, I'll tell you later. Let's get to Gina's reading. Gina, I love this card. What number is it? Is it numbered?
17.
Okay. The Storyteller. So, the key concepts are identity, positive self-definition, teaching others how to treat you through the stories you tell about who you are. Do you know the story you will tell others about who you are? You're a unique being with unique talents and a story unique to you and your experience. In fact, your destiny can be found in the way you weave together these threads of yourself in the world. If there's anything in your life you want to change, then it's time to adjust the story you tell about yourself. Perhaps you are too self-depreciating or apologetic about how you shine. Minimize your power so others will accept you. Perhaps the way you voice your expectations diminishes your ability to succeed, or you're too willing to tolerate a less than supportive environment. It's easy to be in denial when it comes to others and their behavior towards you. Understand, however, that you teach people how to treat you through how you talk about yourself. Once you recognize what story you're telling others about how to treat you, you can tell a different one. What if you could connect to your true power as co-creator of your reality? The story originates in your mind. How you think, your conditioning and past experiences, how you view the world, and what you expect to see in it. The truth is, you have everything you need to tell a new tale and weave more blessings into the world as your unique contribution. Hey, in fact, speaking of your amazing success, your overflowing abundance, and all the love that surrounds you, soon the outer world will tell the same story back at you. It's so important, how we depict ourselves, in words and actions. That is our story. And certainly I think you have an awesome story that you tell, and I just think it's wonderful you got that card. And yeah, you do tie, but when you're done, you're done. And you know what? That's good, because setting boundaries is so important. I've had to do that. Something comes to mind to me just recently. And you got to do it, and the best way to do it is to make sure people understand that and get it through your words and actions. And I love this. Willing release. Sonny, how about taking down the set with your stretch?
Unwilling release.
And I love it because I love those puffballs. I always blow them and make wishes on them. Key concepts: yielding to a divine plan, releasing attachment to form, especially if something isn't what you expected or wanted, leaving room for serendipity. Some days you have to let go of your struggle to find an answer and focus on other things for a while. This doesn't mean giving up altogether or losing anything. Remember that in our co-creative partnership with the divine, give and take is necessary. You do your part by setting your intentions and taking necessary action, but you must then surrender the form, the timing, and the how to your higher power. There is a divine plan for each of us. When acting on this faith, you may find your immense desire for something translates into feeling less of an attachment and entitlement. Right now, can you immerse yourself in this experience and allow the divine plan to unfold as it will on your behalf without interference? Can you be open to receiving what is yours, even if it is not packaged in the form you thought you wanted? Perhaps if you look deeper, you will see that you've received the perfect vibrational match to your most authentic wants and needs. You have put in the work to find your desires and felt them deeply and engage your higher power. Now you must let go and see what transpires. This isn't always easy. Impatience erodes the foundations of your trust in the divine. Surrendering truly will serve your highest good. Knowing this truth is in your heart can be really difficult. Is that what it said? I got to read that last part again. What number was that?
40.
Oh, it was 40?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I thought it was, 42. No, it's not 40. Uh, 49. Thank you. Knowing this truth in your heart, can that really be so difficult? That's what it said. I'm sorry. I needed to get the nuance there. You know what? I wonder too, though, if this isn't talking about, again, the setting boundaries thing in the first one. You know, maybe some of this letting go is also letting go some of the things and the people that just don't honor that, you know? And so, and also as you write your story, you know, you decide who those characters are going to be in that story, which we hope we're there.
Is there any oxygen left in the room for me?
What?
Is there any oxygen left in the room for me?
Oh, you usually have nothing to say.
Every picture tells a story, don't it?
He just had to sing.
Yes, Divine, there's actually no guarantee. The list is really long and we technically closed it, but we know that when it's long, some people do drop out. So you're welcome to stick around. You know, if you're here and we're still going, we'll probably do you. But we do expect some people to drop out because our list is long.
You surrender to no one. I love that, Gina. And you should not. All right. Oh, Violet, it's going to be a crazy show. And hey, I know you've had a rough day too. You know, we were tired from yesterday, but should you poop out and should we poop out at the end and maybe have to draw one card for people? It's possible. You know, we'll let you know. But should you poop out and have to leave, we'll certainly understand. Ah.
So who's next?
Every picture tells a story. Gina likes that. But not him singing it. No. Don't encourage. Okay.
If I have fans of my vocal talents, they need to say something now. Mr. Oberon should sing a theme song for the opening show, right?
Oh, no.
It's tarot for today. Never mind.
That was a lovely message. Huh. You know, I just love the whole concept of storytelling. That's all I can say. And yeah, I can go on and on and on and on because I love to tell a story. I think I get that from my father.
Thank you.
Hey, stop that. Mr. O sings.
All right, so who am I reading for?
Though. I need chocolate. And I don't have any.
I tried to give you some chocolate.
No, I don't have any.
So, again, who am I reading for?
I don't know.
Well, you're supposed to. Is it
There
a
it
cell?
is. It's Sonali. Yay, Sonali.
It's not the next one on the list
Casey
here?
has chocolate. Send it over, Casey. I said not to follow my list.
Okay.
I said
that's
that.
Cool. Well, you could tell me when I ask
Well,
you.
now it's moved and you never will see it again.
Thank you, Swathi. I appreciate that. I don't know where you're at on the list, Pragati, but hopefully we'll get to you.
We have much. What was I going to say? Shoot. We were not this bad behaved yesterday. We were better.
Is it a general reading for Sonali?
I don't know.
Well, help us out here then.
I don't have any information. Okay, Sonali, you are up. I don't know. Maybe they posted a question about
Career reading. Thank you, Violet.
Thank you, Violet. We apologize. We are a little bit chatty today.
Our list is not usually quite this long on a Sunday, even though we are busy on Sunday.
Well, it is.
19 people.
Well, yeah, we've had 19 before. We had 21 one day, but some people did have to drop
That's like
out.
an overall. We're talking about a point in time
Our
where there's
average
19
is about
people.
18 now.
Okay.
16 to 18. I like to disagree with you.
Sal, you're not next. We're not on you just yet.
We're getting there.
Do you know where?
Time to make an adult beverage. Gina, I had a margarita this last week.
Okay, career reading for Sonali. All right, so you have the reversed tower. And the reversed Seven of Pentacles. And the reversed Fool.
All right.
I'm all off kilter here. Hold on a minute.
So what was first?
This one.
So now
the
we're
tower.
going to-
I'm sorry, I'm going the wrong direction.
Oh my God. All right, so the Fool is reversed. The Seven of Pentacles is reversed. And what is that upright? The Tower?
All of them are reversed.
Oh, they're all reversed.
Right.
Ooh, okay, career reading. Well, first off, I think that right now it's hard to really discern what you really should be doing, Sonali. The tower's reversed here. It's indicating that there is still either some growth or learning that needs to happen. Maybe on one level I could see that. And this is the Seven of what again?
Pentacles.
Yeah, and but this is a time to get moving on something. You really need to start to making some decisions or choices or actually applying for jobs. But I feel here maybe you are thinking you don't have enough knowledge for what you truly want to do. The Fool reversed is indicating here that this is a time that you might, I'm going to say here, maybe you have some fears and doubts, self-doubts about your abilities, You might be afraid to go out there and go for certain jobs because you feel you don't, with this tower, have the talent or knowledge you need to get the positions. You know what? Feel the fear and do it anyway. I think the Seven of Pentacles is saying you've got to make a move. What is it you desire to do? And if you feel like you're a little bit insecure about your skills, try to apply for those jobs anyway. Or, go to school and get the knowledge that you need.
That was so that we would be equal opportunity. Is that better? Mr. Kellio.
Oh,
Okay, so to me,
he
Sonali.
would do that.
To me, Sonali, block both our faces.
Steal the show. Come on.
Jack and Coke for me too, eh?
Ooh.
No, I was trying to obscure both of us, actually, and that's what I said. Anyway, Sonali, I sort of feel that the Seven of Pentacles reversed frames the issue, the idea that you need to get out and do something that maybe you feel you've cultivated enough of the skills or knowledge or information you need to do that. But there are some things that seem to be working against that. And one is that maybe there is a particular lesson that maybe is involved with your skill level or knowledge that maybe you're resistant to trying that out or changing that, and that needs to possibly be addressed there, that there's something that you hold yourself back on from finding that success in career. It may be mostly an attitude of yours, or mostly a way you do something. You possibly need to have, some kind of retraining there. But the other side of the equation of what's going on with the career reading too is that this maybe represents just a little bit of timidity, the willingness to step forward and do something that's a little bit out of your comfort zone. So you might have to consider how you could make yourself feel a little braver, more confident when you're trying to, work on your career stuff. You're so quiet.
I was just letting you go.
Did you want to add anything else?
No.
All right.
I said what I said.
I know. Okay, so the first card in the Lenormand is the man, a man. It could be any person. But I think it's connected to work because the next card that shows up is the fish.
Oh.
And so the fish is usually about business. So this could be saying that maybe you're going to be offered a job by a man or by a person. It could also say that maybe somehow you do make decisions in business that maybe empower you a little bit. That would be kind of interesting because right now it's looking like that's what the breakout point for you is to kind of step forward and use business knowledge or information or skills you have to make your mark in business. So I think Lenormand is saying that, yes, maybe address any possible timidity or non-confidence, and then also address the idea, too, that maybe there is something that maybe you need to consider changing or sprucing in some manner.
So, when you're asking for a career reading, it's kind of open-ended. So if you're actually looking for a path to go, I think it is recommending financial industry in some way here as a possibility for you, or something to do with money. It could be... I just want to see that again. It could be... Two, that you may partner up with somebody or find somebody who might be willing to loan you money if you are interested in starting your own business venture. There could be some success there for you as well. When I look at those Lenormand, that's kind of what I'm thinking there.
All right.
And that's what we have for you. Good luck with that, Sonali.
Estelle is up.
All right, Estelle, it is you. I hope you're here.
Well, a few moments ago they said they were here. All right. Will I find my true love, soulmate, and get married in 23, 24? That's on you.
Mm-hmm. All right. How do we want to do that? Do you want to do yes, no on that and see if we need anything else? Or...
Let's try yes or no.
Let's see what the cards say, Estelle. We should all be as chill as Sunny the cat, who's just so relaxed here and chill.
So there's some sort of turtle flavor in the margarita then? Oh, mock margarita, not mark. turtle margarita.
Mock turtle? What the heck?
You've never heard of mock turtle
No.
soup? You've never heard of that?
No.
Okay.
Sonny, give me that.
I'm drunk on life.
Mock margaritas. That sounds good too. That's awesome. Don't need to always have that alcohol content. Sometimes, though. All right.
Chocolate covered or just French fried, Kara?
Okay, so I'm doing a yes, no. That's right.
You've never heard of mock turtle soup either? Wow. Well, I'm going to have to remedy that. I know the margarita is, but mock turtle soup is not a drink. It's actually mock turtle soup. I'll look it up real quick.
All right. Well, we have our answer, but Mr. O, of course, has to look something up.
It'll sit. So the answer?
Well, I'd like to show the cards and stuff like we normally do.
There's the camera. Show the cards.
We have the King of Cups upright. So now you're going to put it that way. Okay. And we have the Ace of Swords reversed. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So it is leaning towards yes, Estelle, and it's kind of interesting because it does seem...
This is reversed?
Yes. It's leaning towards yes. It's probably yes. You are going to meet somebody in the next year. I feel it might be somebody who is a water sign. I feel also that they are very emotionally stable. They seem to be very kind and generous and supportive, which means they're probably a very positive person. They could work in some areas like healthcare or maybe art. They could be an artist even in a way because, the cups and the emotions, intuition, they're deep thinkers on a more intuitive level when I'm saying that.
Well, it seems to me like this is definitely soulmate material here.
Yeah.
Because the King of Cups represents a kind person. And they're not just kind to the people they love. They may be kind to everybody. And, that's kind of a good gauge of their personality, is how kind they are to others. So I would say the answer to the question is looking more like a yes than not. Lenormand?
Maybe. I like mojitos too. I almost had one. But sadly, did I drop a card? Did anybody see a card drop? Okay. But sadly, they didn't have them. So I had to go for a margarita instead. But I love margaritas, so it really was not like a sad day. I just had a yen for a mojito, though. All right, let's see what the Lenormand has here for this. Oh. Forgetting what this is. Okay, I know.
It's candy. Followed by witch's jar. Go on.
So the candy is the flowers. The flowers are really good. That's indicating that, somebody might give you a gift or bring you great joy and happiness. And the witch's jar is actually the fish in this deck. I almost wonder here if this is saying, Estelle, that there may be more than one person you may have to choose from. In a relationship reading, the fish being abundance could mean that, that there may be more than one person that you might find. But I have a feeling here, just in context with what I see with these cards here, is that, this person... out of all the people out there, seem to be a really gift to you, like a real rare find.
Well, I also almost wonder too, and maybe you're more the expert on Lenormand, if the cards here could be saying that they're a person who has a business life too, that they're business oriented.
It's highly possible.
Okay.
It is. So I won't rule that out either. Good call.
I didn't know.
And that's what we have for you, Estelle. Good luck with that.
I've had some
positive.
grasshoppers in my time. I don't think it's been recently.
Do you remember our early dates?
Yes.
I used to get grasshoppers at, was it a Chinese restaurant?
I think it was a Chinese restaurant.
Yep. Of all places.
You're welcome, Estelle.
You are welcome, Estelle.
You have chosen well, grasshopper.
All right, Seven Oceans, you are up as we're trying to
Seven
move
Ocean.
along here.
Yeah, we're really trying, eh?
Hi, Seven Oceans. What?
You are
you
trying.
Mocking things? Are you mocking things? Are you being another
No,
bad witch?
mock turtle soup is mocking things.
You are being a bad witch. It's facing you. Good witch is facing me.
Okay, that works. Gold margarita.
Obviously, I like toys. But no, it made great table decorations. So we're set for our next event, too. It's some of the stuff that we had bought for this event didn't get used. Some of the things on the prize wheel. So they're going to go to the next event for our Wheel of Fortune spinning in October, late October. And we hope to have more fun. You know how funny it is on the show when we were doing the Wheel of Fortune and we weren't giving away readings? Well, this time we are giving away 2 readings, and we picked the Wheel of Fortune and the World to be, if somebody spun the wheel and landed on those, we would give away the readings. And honestly, they both went so fast this time. Nobody knew because we had the legend facing us, so nobody could see what they could win. But we had it written down already on paper, and I was just so surprised.
It's a general reading for the next week for Seven Oceans.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It's minty fresh grasshoppers.
So we weren't on for happy hour this Saturday because we were at our event, but we will be back this following Saturday for the happy hour. That's October 2nd, so mark your calendar.
All right.
I even liked grasshoppers when I was more of a drinking person, but I'm not much of a drinking person anymore. And, of course, it was only that rare thing, we had it at that one particular restaurant.
Yeah, and I really haven't had a yen for them since.
But I know my mom probably made those for my dad and her.
It's a great dessert drink, and that's sort of how I had them. And it's seasonal, too. Of course, I'd like something like that in the wintertime. I love them. And, now I'm going to want one of those.
Okay, so our first card is the reverse Nine of Swords. No, wait, it's the upright Nine of Swords. I'm sorry. I had to think about it for a minute.
I'm going to not have you
Then we have the reversed Eight of Cups. And then we have reversed Fortitude. And Fortitude is strength. It's kind of like the old-timey name from more medieval or post-medieval tarot decks. So the first card, the Nine of Swords, is upright. This may be a time where there are some things that you're worried about, but they may not be things that directly concern you. There may be some stress around you, some strife around you. Maybe people you know are antagonistic towards each other. I don't feel this is something that directly involves you, but maybe your thoughts are with them for some reason. Maybe you're trying to be supportive. You have to remember not to let this wear on you too much. It may not be your fight at all, and you shouldn't necessarily get over involved.
Yeah, well, what's the middle card again? I can barely see it.
It's the reversed Eight of Cups.
Eight of Cups reversed. Okay. I kind of wonder here when I'm thinking about that, because that kind of stands out to me. If, don't revisit, there's no point, I feel, in revisiting some old argument or some old disagreements that may have caused, I want to get my wand out here, I think, for this, that may have caused, you to act out or lash out, or others before. Maybe others were the ones acting out. There's no point in revisiting a negative situation because it's only going to bring you more anxiety. That's what I'm thinking this is about here. I somehow thought this was the important card, is somebody may be trying to open old wounds, or maybe, something that just happened not that long ago, whether that's you, Seven Oceans, or that's someone else. Don't let them do it, because, there could be some, I'm not going to say physically aggressive, but some aggressive behavior here. And there's nothing good to come out of that. There's just, just cause more grief.
Well, I was only letting you go for the first card, so then you went through the rest of them. But
I
it's
did.
Pretty much what I would say, too, is that this next week in general may present some little, brush-ups with people who maybe want to egg something on that's already kind of, down the river, or whatever they say, water under the bridge. So don't let that happen. There is nothing to be gained there. In fact, there's really no reason to waste your mental energy on it. The swords is mental energy, your ability to think. You probably want to just clear that up and really think about what benefits yourself.
Lenormand.
Okay, so I'm going to do the Lenormand for you, Seven Ocean Sky. And I have dropped the cards.
No, I take the wonky prize. That's me. Okay, Mr. Maurice will be up next. Hey, Mr. Maurice, good to see you.
I'm done with the hat.
Uh-oh. Hatless.
I guess I have a bigger head than I thought I had. Because they never quite fit right. They're a little tight, and then I get a little fatigued from them being on, so I have to take them off.
No, that's my problem with this round head of mine. I just can't. Hats just do not fit me well. I always have problems.
You don't have a big head. You have a pumpkin head.
He had to do it.
Okay, so the first Lenormand Seven Ocean is the... When I'm bad, I'm good. Is right. The coffin, and then the second Lenormand is the dog.
Whoa.
So I think this is about an argument with friends, and it may look like colleagues. You may say adios to a particular friendship, and I get the feeling it's connected to the first situation. Somebody that maybe you felt was a loyal person. Maybe you've decided you sort of, at least for the time being, need to kind of, let things go into the ground a little bit. The coffin couldn't be more metaphorical if it tried.
Well, I don't know if this resonates with you or not, Seven Oceans, but I'll tell you, this really does all seem to fit together here, The dog and the coffin indicate some rift, some ending coming, a parting of ways, or, maybe if it's a workplace and you can't leave, you're just going to agree to disagree with somebody here because, but you're not feeling good about this situation at all. And there really is no point to going back, and revisiting this argument. So if there's any way you can shut it down, or just not, how should I say this, not be a participant, in it, that would be a good thing. That's what we have for you. Good luck with that, Seven Oceans.
Good luck, Seven Oceans.
I don't know if that resonated or not, but that's what the cards are saying today.
So who's up?
Mr. M.
Mr. Maurice. And thanks again for your donation. Very pleasant. All right, so...
I've got my wand here. I like this wand. Bamboo. It's nothing... What's not to like? And citrine on the end. It's awesome. Sonny likes it too. He likes to play with it. Don't... I didn't mean to do that. You went into it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Banshee's Material Matters was on this morning. It's a pre-recorded show. It was. And it's good financial information. Check that out. It's on our YouTube channel.
And I'm always in the chat live every Sunday to chat
Earlier
with you.
in the week, we also moved into Libra. The sun has moved into Libra. Happy birthday, all Libra sun signs. Check out our monthly modality message to get the information you need for all of your monthly activities.
There he is. Okay,
Hi there.
Mr. M. We await your question.
Wandy.
Everybody's talking about wands in the chat. I can't imagine why. KC? Gina?
Well, you know, a long time ago, we were in our own little esoteric group, a coven, and we had somebody who made oils and incenses for us. They were really skilled in that. They actually left us a couple of the recipes for certain oils, certain incense. I haven't made them in years, but they're relatively easy to make.
Okay, come on, Mr. Maurice. I know you're typing.
Pumpkinhead.
Yes, he calls me Pumpkinhead, but there's... Aside from anybody who could possibly see it here or not, when I have this baby picture of me with this really big...
Is that over there?
No, I removed it.
Are you sure?
I did.
I could go look for it.
You could, but it's gone. I took all the pictures down. They were getting a little dusty. And
You're a pumpkinhead.
hey. I know you two. You two. Mr. Maurice.
No, we don't come on every night. We couldn't do this 2 nights in a row, let alone 2 a week.
We need your question now. We got to get moving if we don't get it.
Well, with Banshee, it's more than her head that's pointed.
Oh, if I can only turn him into a toad with this.
That would be redundant.
All right. Gee, Mr. M, I don't want to cut you off. I hope you're here. Last call for Mr.
Thank you,
Maurice.
Pragati. We are on only 3 times a week. We're on twice a week, Thursday nights and Sunday afternoons.
Thursdays are a little quieter, but I know with the timing, it may not be good for you if you're in another country, but we're on from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday nights, and it's a little quieter.
He may be typing up the question. It may be a really long question. I don't know.
I know.
We're also on for happy hour
no, it's
2.
Not, but it's there.
There it is.
General reading for the next 3 months. Is it mine?
I don't remember.
Well, I'm going to go for it. We got to get going. All right.
We got it, Violet. Thanks. And thank you, Pragati. We have a curious energy, that is for sure.
Curious.
We are a curious good or evil.
That's what happens when you're married for 40 years.
Let me out! Let me out! It's 10:11 p.m. in Estonia.
Oh, wow.
If you got something better to do, Casey, go do it.
No, what could be better?
I mean, at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm teasing. You know I want you to stay.
Shuffle, troublemaker.
Past his bedtime? I doubt that. I doubt that, Gina. Thanks. Thanks, Swati. That's one of the nicest things anyone has ever said. And after the show's over, we'll probably collapse.
I don't know. No, we got cards of the day to write and stuff, don't we? I meant to do it before the show today. I meant to. But I had a lot of catching up to do. All right.
Got your pajamas on and you're all snuggy, right, Casey?
Well, this time, oh boy, we start with the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is reversed.
All right, the Five of Cups.
Five of Swords is reversed. But it's funny you mentioned Cups, because that's my next card, not the Five. The Queen of Cups reversed. Oh man, and the Ace of Pentacles reversed. What the heck here? Well, of course the next card was upright. So we've got a lot of reversals today, everybody. Just realize sometimes the energies are off. And so was this reading for how long? Was it the next
3 weeks?
3 weeks. Well, what is that one again? The Ace of Pentacles?
Right. This was our first card over here.
Right. So I'm thinking here, Mr. M, that there's going to be some emotional upsets in this next 3 weeks. It may pertain to something that, it could be a fight, it could be an argument, it could be something else in your life that just seems to have turned into a no-win situation for maybe everybody involved, not just you if it is involving others. But the Ace of Pentacles could indicate to me with that reversed that it does have something to do with financial or work matters.
Okay, Angel, thanks. She pulled the cards, so I'm doing it the way she said. So these cards are all reversed. I just have an orientation problem with the camera. I'm working with it. But the Five of Swords reversed is nearly a horrible card. It just sort of says there's a lot of stress and tension, and maybe it's saying that the best thing that can happen is for you to take care of yourself, to stay undercover, or to avoid certain entanglements that you will know aren't going to lead anywhere good. There's a time of really emotional edginess with people, and I get the feeling like you're more likely to be bearing the brunt of it for some reason. So I don't know if these are supervisors or people in your business or professional life. And I don't know for sure about that Ace of Pentacles, because I know you are at a job and there's a security system there. But this sort of sounds like maybe what you feel is you're feeling like you can't move anywhere. And I know we've talked about the various career changes you've been trying to do. This may sound like it's really a period of deep stagnation, like there are forces that are against change right now, and I sort of see that in some of the greater economy. I think Banshee might agree with some of that.
Right, and for the next 3 weeks, remember, next week Mercury is still retrograde through the whole week. It's going to be going through its shadow phase again once it goes direct. So these are kind of wonky times right now, especially where communication is concerned. So we got to watch, what we do. I liked what he said here for the Five of Swords. It's kind of an ugly card. So the best thing that you can hope for here is that you can walk away or stay out of something with your head held high, with your integrity intact. Because it may not be, it may be that you can't win in this situation. But on the other hand, I always feel it's a win if you don't let people bring you down to their level, So you got to rise above some of the petty BS that goes on.
I also feel really, Mr. M, that this is taking place over several weeks, and it basically is some intense squabbling with people in your workplace, or
it could be your personal life.
It could be your personal life too, but I sort of feel it's more professional, career oriented.
Let's see what the Lenormand will add to that and see if we get more of a clue.
Well, what happens if you fall asleep and you don't respond when we call? We may have to move on to the next person.
We'll move you to the end of the list, probably.
Right, we'll move you to the end of the list, and we keep that going. And to some degree, it either balances out or it doesn't. At some point, we're not going to be able to keep going on.
But another thing, Violet just mentioned that, is she could always take down the question, and if you have to leave, you could rewind, you could find it on our video, because the videos will be posted on YouTube. All right.
Thanks, Violet. That's a good point.
So we have the lilies.
Okay, so the lilies.
And the little goblin, the child.
I love it.
So, again, it's really funny because I'll tell you what I see here, Mr. M. Only because, these have their own meaning. But if I address these in relation to these other cards, I'm seeing a picture here. I'm seeing a picture of childish behavior and a picture of more mature behavior. So which do you want to be in this situation, Be the one who's the bigger person in the room here, or be the child?
Well, the lilies being first and then influenced by the child seems to tell me that some of this squabbling or inter-office battling or whatever it comes down to, personal, professional, seems to be saying that the cooler head is being instigated, possibly actively. And I sort of felt that from that Five of Swords, Mr. M, that maybe this is about some sore losers too. So I don't know. I don't think that's you, of course, but I sort of feel like maybe somebody has a grudge with you and they're going to be trying to pick away at your reserve or your usual, I'm taking care of myself attitude. They may be trying to actually engage you in these arguments. So once again, our advice is probably about the same. Try to hang low from that if you can.
Okay, Angel, we'll read for you next time. Sorry, the list is pretty large today.
Yeah, thanks, Angel. We probably can use that break.
So that's what we have for you, Mr. I'm kind of doomy gloomy, unfortunately, but you know what? You can get through this. You just got to be the more level head in the room. That's all. Don't let others drag you down.
And we totally get that, and I thought I would mention this too, Pragati. I know I've mentioned it with some of the other folks, but we actually get between 15 and 20% of our viewers from India or from somewhere in your neck of the woods, as they say. And that is fascinating to us. So we love you guys very much. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Maurice. I hope that did work for you too.
Good
And
luck
thanks
with
again
that.
for your donation.
Yes, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
All right.
All right, so we've got a question for Libra. What's coming towards?
Okay, I'm going to use my Night Sun Tarot.
Okay.
The good old Night Sun Tarot. And I picked the Night Sun Tarot today, especially because we're still in the equinox season. And the equinox is sort of the equality between the sun and the night. The idea that, day and night are balanced equally. We're already tipping towards the other end. But the Night Sun Tarot sort of reflects that idea of the differences between night and day and the balances that need to happen. Or maybe don't.
Or maybe don't.
Or maybe don't. And it would be splendid if everybody likes us on our channel.
Yay!
Or if you subscribe and you can get notifications. Or you don't have to get notifications, but at least you're subscribing and would really help us out a lot. So we appreciate that always.
We're doing fine. We will do fine. We don't want anybody to think they have to leave the list, so don't worry.
We're troopers. I don't officially get tired of doing this until I've been doing it for 50 years. So you got about a month and a half. Because that's my 50th year anniversary of tarot. Woohoo! My birthday, November 18, 1972. I got my first deck and I began reading it. Go on.
Well, I was a few years behind you with that, although
Tarot.
I think I bought my with tarot because I read other cards, but I think I bought my first tarot deck soon after that time. I just never used it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, so this is what's coming towards Libra?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Okay, so there is the reversed Three of Pentacles. The upright world. Nice. Nice, Libra. And then the upright... Oh, my eyes are going bad too. King of Cups. Very nice. So what's coming towards you? Well, it may be that you're feeling there are things that are not working out now, or that the team effort isn't working out. Maybe if you have to do things with other people, or if you have to work with your family as a team, some of that may feel hard, but there's a reward there. The world says that maybe even if you are working hard now, you are moving towards that perfection of that. That's the King of Cups.
Okay.
And the King of Cups upright possibly indicates a new love interest or a new strong friend ally interest too, because the King of Cups could just be the kind of person that is the helpful person you're looking for to be in your life now, the person who can help you at the last minute with a necessary task, or is always there to give you a hug and say, don't worry, Libra, you're going to get through this.
I've been going through several different ways of reading this in my mind, and I'm just trying to think of what I want to go with here. You know...
What, you don't like mine?
Yours
No.
is yours.
Oh, is it like what we were telling people yesterday? Or I was telling people
Oh,
yesterday?
all right, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, tell them.
Well, people are like, oh, you guys read tarot as a team? And I said, yes, that's right. You get both our interpretations. You get Banshee's interpretation, and then you get the right one. Unless, of course, it's the off day, and then she's the right one.
Things I put up with.
People laughed. They thought it was funny. So there.
They told me they sympathized with me later.
Well, they're going to have to sympathize with you a lot if you keep that up.
All right. Well, this is kind of an interesting mixed bag here, Libra. I really almost feel like you could get a lot more accomplished, or you could get a lot more done, be more successful on your own than working in a team or a group right now. Or, maybe right now is just not a time to be around people as much as it is, to just focus on you and what you want, and make it happen. Because I feel like there is success coming to you, or there's completion of some projects or goals, but others might get in the way, and you don't need that right now. I feel here that, this is just reinforcing to me that, you may feel a lot more grounded and emotionally secure if you really take things on your own, or you kind of keep to yourself for a while is just the best way I want to say it. So yeah, I went off on a different tangent.
Right. Well, I could see that too. That of course, this is really the personal development that's in store for you, or the way you need to react or will react to the circumstances.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and do the Lenormand now, Libra.
All right. Casey's 13th birthday. Go on.
All right. So the first card was the Garden, and then it was followed by the Ship. So I think this could be saying, Libra, that some of this maybe is going to transpose in some way to the public scene. So maybe some of these ideas about the hard work of perfection, and maybe feeling how that evolves you, or how you feel it leads you to the kind helper, is an evolvement that happens through your willingness to be more public about that, or to show that more to the public. The journey to the public.
Tower?
Garden.
Oh, it's the Garden. Well, that's really interesting here. I wonder, fitting in with what I said, I wonder if this means you're going to be making moves as far as your social connections and life goes, that you feel that you're ready to make some moves and shifts perhaps in your social life. It just seems to me that that's where all of this is coming from. That's what I have for you.
Very cool.
Good luck with that.
Good luck, Libra. And is it Susie next then?
I think Sabani's up next.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Well, let's see.
If they are here. It makes a good back scratcher, doesn't it, Sonny? Okay, we are waiting for Sabani.
So, don't forget to watch my emotional exchanges, especially if you have questions about your love life or your relationship life. I give one card for each elemental sign, the air signs, fire signs, etc. And then I also throw a card for each sign of the zodiac. And that's every Friday morning at 7 a.m. our time over here. Counting down. You go for it.
Sabani, we've got to get rolling here. At least tell us you're here.
No, it's too late.
Well, they could if they chimed in now.
2. I need a blow-up graphic. Whoa! Whoa! All right, so is Susie next then?
Susie is next. If Sabani comes back, we'll just fit them in, but we're going to move on. All
Susie asked, does Alika the Cancer regret breaking up with a Capricorn? I think A is for their initial 2, if I recall right. But either way, it's a Capricorn we're talking about. So it's going to be your deck.
Regret? Do we want to do yes, no?
Yes, let's do the yes or no.
Let's see what we get.
Violet, I have to say you are so masterful with the blow-up. Thank you.
More. I love this deck. I love shuffling this deck. It's very easy to shuffle. All right, here you go.
If you wish, Laura, appreciate it. I know it's probably a little bit later for you too here.
Well, we still got a half hour in our regular time, so we're
Chances are we'll still be doing them.
moving along.
Yeah, stick around then if you can.
There is a lot of people though.
You're so sweet. Thank you, Laura.
But we could go as much as maybe a half hour into overtime before we say, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we have the option of maybe going to the lightning round, and the lightning round is where we'll just pull one card, and we'll probably still give the Lenormand too.
Judgment is reversed.
You were counting on
Oh, I was counting.
Yes.
Forget that. I
You
am
made it.
counting. Sorry. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do I have to repeat all that? I was just telling Laura that we would likely get to her just maybe a while, and that's really up to her, of course, and we appreciate, though, her offer.
Oh. It's leaning towards no, that they don't feel regret.
There's 2 aces.
Oh, it's leaning towards yes, that they do feel regret. Okay, hang on. I'm sorry.
Well, you should be.
Got the 2
So
aces.
we had 2 aces, which it means it's more likely than not to be yes, that Alika does regret this.
But then we do have the Fool reversed. Do you want to go first?
Okay, so although it is more likely to be yes, the Fool reversed does suggest that maybe somebody is not quite sure or doesn't feel that it's a gut feeling. They don't feel an instinctual connection to that's what the situation is. So it could be saying that it's a guarded yes.
Well, regret is one thing. But why are they regretting it, I guess, is my question. And when I see these cards. So I want to say that maybe they regret, the whole thing, possibly because they felt like this was a misstep for them. That they maybe took this chance on this relationship and, it didn't work out, and maybe they regret just that whole thing, but that it wasn't really for them, if that makes sense to you. The other thing is they could have regrets because they felt maybe that they feared where this was heading. They were afraid of the future. They were fearing either possibly one of two things here, either of making a commitment or of what the future held in some ways. Maybe they felt that this was just not destined to be a long-term relationship. It's kind of what I see there.
Right.
And I'm going to do the Lenormand. But yeah, I think they have some regrets. I'm just not sure the reason, what the reason would be, other than maybe what I've just suggested here. Whoops. Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right.
So the first one was the creepy trail, which is the crossroads of coming to choices. And the second one was the poison ring, which is the ring.
Which is the commitment.
Which is the commitment.
So they were afraid of having to make a decision to make a commitment. They really feared making a commitment for whatever reasons. Either because they really felt, I don't know if I can be in this relationship long term, or, they just feared that maybe things would not go well.
It seems like the trail representing the idea of different pathways suggested that they didn't feel either morally or fairly it would be right to tie themselves down because they didn't really want to be tied down. They may have felt, something for the person, but they just didn't want to be committed that way. So that's what we have.
Okay. Check the chats.
I think that was either about Lena getting off the list or about Violet not being able to hear me. Okay, Karen, what does my financial future look like? Good question. I'm going to use the Dame's Wheel Fortune Wheel Tarot by Paul Hewson. What does your...
We've got it.
We have Karen. What does Karen's financial future look like? That's what I thought it was. Well, hopefully we're beyond that now. Or I can just do some more mumbo jumbo. You're welcome, Susie. Thanks for coming today.
Moving on. You're welcome, Susie.
Right. So, Karen, our first one is the Ten of Swords.
Ooh. Reverse.
Upright. No, it's upright.
Mm-hmm. It's upright.
And then it's the Knave of Coins upright.
Okay.
That's the Page of Coins. And then it's the Eight of Cups upright.
Wow. Hey, Karen. I was a little worried at first with you getting that Ten of Swords first. I'm like, oh, geez. Is this just our day of bad news? But actually, this is kind of good. They're all upright. He's got to turn.
No, these are reversed. This is upright. Trust me.
When you pulled them, you said
it's what it is now.
Upright.
No, I didn't.
Okay, so I guess I have to change what I was going to say because I thought I was the bearer of good news. It's not necessarily, I'm afraid. So what I want to say here is that right now you seem to be stuck in a situation, that you can't get out of financially, and it looks like it's caused some distress. I don't know whether you've lost money or you lost a job, but it just seems as though there's some financial distress or some bad news, and you just seem stuck.
Something's holding you to a situation, and it may be that you feel it's going to change, but it doesn't really look like it's going to change. It looks like maybe the denominator really should be moving in another direction, but something is still holding you for some reason. And the reverse page of coins maybe says that you're having a hard time visualizing or seeing where to go. So you sort of feel insecure about moving because maybe this represented something that you had put a lot of time into, or that you don't really feel prepared to move away from at this point.
Yeah, I like that too. That's very true.
Hi, Mama T.
Hi, Mama T.
Yeah, it's been pretty bad weather.
Well, so I want to give you some good news here, Karen, because there's just a little bit. I think what this is saying, that the worst is going to start, it's going to start dissipating. Things are slowly, gradually going to improve for you, but it may take a little bit of time. There's still some, there's still some difficulties in getting there, but I think what this card ultimately says is that the worst is starting to fall behind you. Do you want to do that?
Swati. I think it's really clear, though, that you just need to kind of prepare yourself for moving on. Like, maybe this has really meant a lot to you, but it's probably not going to work out, or it has to change somehow in order to work out better.
Take care, Swati.
Bye-bye. And you are so much fun on our show. You know that, of course. Okay, so our first card is the cross, and then our second card is the fox.
See, so I do feel here that right now, at this point in time, there's a lot of worry or grief about employment or employee issues here. So it's just something that, is not cleared out yet. You may have trouble if you're unemployed finding work, or there is definitely some troubles, worry, stress in the workplace.
It's possible that you're giving it a little bit of mourning time, really, too, or that you will be before you move on. And some of this is really to kind of just gather yourself, I think, too. But there is a grieving process, because I believe you're probably leaving something that really meant a lot to you. And so it isn't easy for you to do this, but it's probably going to be in your best interest once you do.
That's what we have for you. I don't know if this resonated or not. It was pretty on the negative. I thought it was something different at first, but no.
Yeah, and I'm sorry about the confusion of that, too. I'm going to keep working on it. I think Angel did give me a good idea. I just need to stop resisting it.
I have a good idea, too, and he'll hear it after the show.
I don't want to hear it.
I know he doesn't.
All right, who's next?
It's Benita. Hey, if you're here, Benita, hi. Good to see you again after, a little while. We'll see what happens. Benita maybe. Oh, there you are. Okay.
Hey, Benita.
Know what's coming for you in the coming months. Sure you can. All right.
Your deck.
I know. Which one? We'll use this one again.
Oh, and we have, okay, thank you, Karen. I wasn't sure, because at first, with the way I was confused, I was wondering if I had screwed it up, but it did resonate, so I appreciate that. Yay, Mama T. You take care of yourself.
I see one of my cards in this deck has a bend in it. Uh-oh. I didn't notice that before. I don't know how that happened.
We seem to have an astonishing 17 likes.
Yay!
So yay us.
That's just about everybody who was here.
I think so. You're very welcome, Karen, once again.
All right. Here you go. One of my cards got bent.
You've handled this deck more than me.
And I've rarely used it, so I just don't know how that happened.
You didn't notice it.
Maybe I didn't. Or maybe not. Sonny the sleeper therapy cat today. He is sleeping on the job.
All right, Mama T. Good to have you with us, son.
Oh, whoopsie.
That's how it bent.
No, I didn't bend it. I didn't bend it. And so this is reversed. It's the Six of Cups. The Empress is upright. And the Two of Cups is upright. Woohoo there. Wow, that's pretty nice. Well, the Six of Cups is reversed. And I don't know why, but I think I want to go in kind of sequence here and just say that, you know, sometimes I think, well, this is what's up and coming. What I'm going to say is, don't slip into a pattern in the up and coming months of falling into some negative situations regarding your past. In other words, don't fall into a pattern of holding on to things from your past, some memories and stuff that just don't serve you well anymore. Maybe you had a bad experience in a relationship. Maybe you had a bad childhood, you know? And, you know, I'm not saying you can let go of some of this stuff completely, but don't let them interfere with the joy that you could be bringing into your life in present. Because I sense there could be that possibility here. A lot of times at this time of year, people think back on their pasts. And so in this dark half of the year, and they ruminate a lot. Don't let it get you down, because really right now I see this is a time for you to really nurture yourself, do things that uplift yourself and make you feel better. You have a lot of energy and potential here to manifest things and to grow whatever it is you want to grow in the season ahead. And if that's a relationship, don't let old memories or things stand in your way. There's a potential here in the months ahead that either a relationship you're in or a relationship that you might start for you that will blossom into something good if you let it.
Well, it's pretty much what she said, Benita. I feel like the Empress is the key card here, saying that really right now is your period to really reflect upon and consider how far you've come and how much it meant that you were able to really put yourself and your interest first and foremost, not necessarily negating anything else, but really making you a priority for yourself. So part of that, though, is really accepting or acknowledging that, you know, some of your past issues with people or situations weren't pleasant, and maybe that's the resolve to really take care of yourself. And I think it does, in fact, translate to you stepping up to what life sends to you, which may be the possibility of a strong emotional relationship with someone. Or if you're already in that, then this is just saying maybe, too, that that's going to grow more maybe than you expected.
You know, and I kind of tuned out some of what you said there. I apologize, Mr. O, but so if you said this, you can just say, stop now, I said that. But the thing is, too, here, I feel, is that sometimes we go back and dwell in the past and wish things were the way they were. This is another aspect to this card, you know. You can't always bring back the past. And so that could close you off from your future success here, because you might be judging people by other standards from the past.
That's a good point.
My partner in the past treated me so much better and did this and that and bought me flowers every day or whatever. And, you know, you might turn somebody off who actually would be pretty good for you. So keep that in mind as well with these cards that we pulled here.
Okay.
Let's do the Lenormand. I've already shuffled them a bit.
That's sweet, Swathi. Thank you. I know you're probably gone already, but...
Okay, this is interesting.
The ghost ship.
It's the ship. And what goes along with the ship?
The anchor.
The ball and chain in this deck. So there's a push-pull going on here. It's Karen, right, Karen?
No, it's Benita.
Oh, Benita. I'm sorry, Benita. There's a push-pull going on here, Benita. You know, there's this idea that you want to move forward. You're ready to move on, but yet something keeps holding you back. And is it this past stuff? So, you know, think about that. An anchor keeps the ship in place. It's not helping a ship move. So, I mean, if you're happy living in the past, hey, more power to you. But if you're not, you have to pick up that anchor and be willing to move on.
I don't sense this about you, but I'm going to say it just the end because it just sort of feels that way from the cards. But maybe this is about somebody saying they need to give themselves permission to do that. Otherwise, they're going to hold back until they feel that they've been validated or entitled in some way to do that. But like I said, I don't feel that's exactly what's going on here. So I'm not really sure, other than the fact that you really have a lot of things that want to propel you forward, but there may be a thing or two that you're not quite acknowledging that is holding you back. Maybe it's a concern that somebody else has that's important to you.
That's what we have for you, Benita. I hope it helps. And hey, good to see you back.
Thank you. Buddy Blue, stick around. All right.
Yay, buddy.
Hey, buddy. Okay, so I'm going to go to my Animal Lords Tarot.
We could do yes, no.
You're
that
welcome,
was
Benita.
my Animal Lords Tarot, by the way.
Well, it's not mine.
Yes, he now has it. I gave it to him. Hey, you want to bend your own cards? Fine. Just
Mr. O says you're droll.
Just don't bend mine.
You're getting the zombie penance stare for that.
You're welcome, Benita.
Now there's 20 likes?
Yay!
Who is holding back?
Who's on there that is just watching? That's awesome.
Okay, Buddy Blue asks, is my Libra going to come back into their life again? And yeah, I think we'll do a yes or no and then see where that takes us. And as I mentioned, it's the Tarot of the Animal Lords that Banshee so graciously allowed me to take.
I have a lot of animal decks, and
I have hardly any.
I like this one sort of. That's why I was hedging whether I was going to sell it or not. But then Mr. O opted to take it. It reminds me a little bit of the Curious Creatures, I think it's called, tarot, that Chris Ann created. And so I thought I could maybe part with this one. I hadn't used it since I bought it much. So I decided perhaps it could go. There's nothing wrong with it. And I did hedge Sonny a little bit on this one because I think I got his whiskers in my shuffle. I'm sorry, Sonny. But
Kaleo is next.
Yay, we finally made it, Casey. All right.
Come here, you.
All right, come on, you. Get those
man.
cards. And you, get back here. Let me move my wand. There. Oh, give me that. Oh, no.
You're back. All right, so we got two aces. The reversed Ace of Wands. And then the upright... Oh, wait, I'm sorry. That's not an ace. Got to keep going. So sorry. I knew I was going to get it, though. And then the reversed Ace of Pentacles. But in between was our friend, the reversed Knight of Swords. So I think that it's leaning towards yes, that they will come back. The Knight of Swords maybe suggests that the action on your part is to sort of find that mixture of, meeting that as a challenge, being willing to not necessarily fight for the Libra, but to show that it's like that in a sense, that this means that much to you, to take up an arm in a sense or whatever would be more appropriate.
Well, I hope it's true. I think it looks, it is leaning towards yes. I feel the Knight of Swords here could say that maybe, a lot will have to do with how, and if you do communicate with each other. I don't know if you're communicating with each other now, but that might play a role here. I also think, I just wonder here, the Knight of Swords is kind of a fast card. So I think if this has any chance of happening, it may happen sooner than later. There might be more of a timing element, but that it might happen sooner than later, or maybe sooner than you thought it could happen.
So now I'm going to do the Lenormand just to see what other
let's see what else we get here and see if
here.
there's any obstacles or anything.
And there is the book.
Okay.
And the Sixth.
And the Sixth is cutting towards the book.
Well, it may be that this is something you should find out, but that there may be either a delay or something that sort of garbles or sort of doesn't make the message clean or clear, that maybe there's something a little cut off from it. I know it sounds kind of vague and weird, right? But maybe it's about the idea that it's going to come in pieces, like a torn book in a way. Like maybe the whole idea about finding out this reentry, is going to sort of have some moments about it.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be that you guys have some things to hash out.
Shredded pages.
But I'm not going to go that route because the Scythe is also a card of swift movement. When you think about it and you're hacking at something swiftly to cut it down. So it could indicate that you're going to find out something pretty soon that may lead you to realize one way or another what's going to happen here, whether they're going to come back or not, because the Scythe also falls in line.
Bingo.
That's where I was going with this, with the Knight of Swords. So
yes.
Yeah.
So it looks likely, and it may happen quickly.
If it's going to happen. Or, like I said, you will find out one way or another what the chances are of them to happen. And maybe the book being here might be saying to you that it might be up to you, buddy, to try to ferret out this information, to make that first approach and talk to this person and see if they're willing to come back. So that's what I have for you.
All right.
Good luck with that.
Casey is next.
Overtime is coming on. Maybe. Of course it is. But we're getting there.
So Casey asked about the next 7 days, I believe.
To know what is coming for me in the next 7 days. Fingers crossed for some wand action.
I saw that too.
Well, I put in the wand action part.
Oh, I see.
He put in the wand part.
I see.
Casey, is Casey being a good witch or bad? Oh, it's leaning in the middle. It's bad was facing me, though. Okay. Is it your deck or mine?
It's your deck.
Oh, that's why you're waiting?
Find one that has lots of wands.
What did I drop?
I don't know.
It's a pen or two. Since I've given up on list keeping for the day, I don't need them.
You're welcome, buddy. 21.
Good luck with that, buddy. Oh, I guess I should let him shuffle. What do you think? Yeah, we'll let him shuffle.
I'm bending them.
Maybe I don't want to let him shuffle. Let me rethink that.
Look, I'm bending them.
Oh, Sonny, you're so adorable sleeping there. I should get a good picture of you. Neither one or the other. Yeah, I hate to be pigeonholed. I have my bad moments. I have my good ones. Right?
I'm bending your mind. I love it.
You're bending my mind.
Later on tonight on Instagram, I do my very own
Wow, some
That's on
interesting...
Instagram later tonight.
All right, some interesting stuff here, Casey. Not all positive, but mostly, I think.
Okay.
But there's the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is reversed. The Moon is reversed. Now, we don't have a wand here for you, but we have somebody who wields one.
Wait a minute. I'm trying to get my cards straight. Okay. Reversed.
Upright. I hand them to you the way they come out. You know that.
Leave me alone.
You're not doing this again. It's not going to be allowed. Period. All right. Are you going to get your hands off those? Okay. Jeez, oh, Pete's. Mr. O. So, the Moon is reversed. So, well, wait, what was my first card? Was the Ace. My first card was the Ace. Hey, this was the first card. I just want to make that clear. So, the Ace of Pentacles was reversed. And I get the feeling here you might be getting some bad news, Casey, financial or otherwise, or there's some delays in some project or goal maybe that you wanted to accomplish. You're going to find it out. You're just going to find out about it. See, that's why this was first, then the Moon. You're going to get news, and then ultimately, though, the Magician is upright. It's not going to shake you off your game that badly, you know. You have the will, you have the determination, you have the drive to accomplish whatever it is you need to do. But just realize sometimes things need a little bit longer to germinate.
Well, maybe the next week is kind of mostly not great. You're finding out things, but I mean, it's not great, but it's not bad. Like that Ace of Pentacles just says maybe something just is minorly delaying at this time, and maybe you'll be able to figure out what's causing that. It seems like it's financial, but it could be related to your security issues too, and then the Magician is upright, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that really just says your strength is mostly trying to change these effects or finding the knowledge to change them.
Well, you know, he pulled something out there. I'm happy for him because I feel here that he's right. You know, in a way, you have the ability to turn this around. Maybe once the news comes in, you know, you're just going to get back at it. You're just going to get back to work, and you're going to pull off some magic here. I feel that you have the ability to turn this around, this bad situation around. But you have to get to the bottom of what's going on here, why this didn't work out or why you're not getting the expected results or news that you had hoped. And once you do, all you have to do is put your will, your determination, a little bit of elbow grease, a little bit of effort behind it, and it should work out.
Well, a simplistic way of looking at this, too, could be saying that really money or financial... He did it.
I know.
He knocked over the camera.
He did.
That some things won't avail you, but your inherent power will, the magician, but that... Oh, Sonny, look at what you've done.
Well, I'm shuffling the Lenormand. Let's see what we can add to this.
Then he's just staring at me like,
yeah,
I did
he
good.
Wants to play with you now.
I did good. No, you didn't do good.
You don't you?
I was having enough problems with this thing.
I know you. I know you. All right.
I messed up.
First card.
The fountain, which is also the garden.
Yep. The broom.
The broom. I know, you thought I was going to say snake.
Time to clean out some... time to clean up your social life, Casey.
Well, maybe it's saying really that in terms of the hoped for actions...
That's true.
It's really what you're saying is like you have to start fresh in a way, like not with the typical stuff, sort of sweep away some of the typical things and just kind of look from a fresh point of view. And that could relate to the other stuff too, that really it's just taking a really fresh look, getting rid of previous concepts or ways of looking at it and trying to really step around yourself to see it differently.
Well, you know what this might mean? This might mean a couple of different things. I'm thinking here, depending on, what you're expecting. I need to access the cards. Thank you. It may be that this card is relating to your, perhaps an audience that you're trying to attract, whether it's on social media, for your business, and this idea that you've got to make some changes. You've got to make some changes and shuffle things around a bit. This could also be other things too, about clearing out things that may be interfering with your goals at this time. It's time to clean house, so to speak. I think I'm going to say with this one. The broom can mean a lot of things. The broom could mean things actually, that... Well, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm just going to leave it at that. Mr. O's staring at me now, and
Sorry.
That's all right.
I did mean to stare at you.
It's okay. I think he did. So it might be that. And I tend to look at the garden as social, but it could also be the work environment. It can be, people also that you're trying to attract if you're a business person. So it could be any number of things like that.
Okay, so Angel Mary asks, what is the thing that I need to develop in myself to make my life better?
A broom to a few areas of your life. Yes. Well, I'd like to take many brooms to many areas of my life, or maybe here, my condo.
You're
I gotta
welcome.
Sweep up. Time to do some fall cleaning. But that was why I was reading my collection too. Fall cleaning. I've still got a little more to do up there. I'm not done yet. And we have another event in October where I hope to purge some more stuff and make room for some of the new. Although it's a tough process. We ran into somebody at this event who Mr. O thinks may have more decks than I do.
Well, no, I think it's commensurate. I mean, even if they were like a dozen behind you, you're still like both in the hundreds.
Yeah, and she bought some of the decks.
Yeah, she is a friend of ours in our community, Maura, and it was quite interesting because I was reading about her and another friend were talking about her immense collection. I mean, she has a whole room devoted to them.
Well,
she doubted that somebody else could have as many as her.
well, more than me. That's what I said. More than me. I'm like, I don't know.
Okay. So.
Not that this is a race. Oh, Gina! For dinner at a local burger place called KC's. Seriously? That's awesome.
See ya.
Take care, Gina.
Okay, so the first card is the Four of Wands upright. Then we have the reversed Five of Swords. And then we have I reversed that. Did you see me reverse it?
I'm not, no.
Okay, I think I did. So then we have the reversed Emperor.
Like I said, this is not appropriate. Okay, so now the first card is here. This was the Four of Wands.
Everything's the reverse for the camera so that it shows up correctly.
Yeah, but you put my first card in the middle last time, so...
It moved there. It didn't get placed there in the beginning. That's a technicality, but I think I have to say that.
The Four of Wands, the Five of Swords again, and the Emperor. And the Five of Swords and
Those
the
two are
Emperor
reversed.
reversed. Yeah, I've got that. They're all, those are reversed and the Four of Wands is upright. You know what? This is interesting to me. This is an interesting reading for you. And who am I reading for again? Shoot.
It's Angel Mary.
Oh, Angel Mary. I'm sorry. This is really interesting, Angel Mary. I feel here that there may have been a situation that things just seem to spiral out of control. I don't know if this is in your business life or in your personal life, but I feel as though things just seem to spiral out of control. This is a general, right?
No.
Oh. What the things I need to develop in my life? Oh, and make your life better. All right. I'm sorry. So I want to say this. I just lost my train of thought here. I apologize. I think here that you have to try to get things, try not to feel like these things are out of your control, that you have no control over what you're trying to develop or what you're trying to do. You have control, but you need to get control back. And the Five of Swords here is reversed, which indicates to me, I feel like sometimes, Angel Mary, this is saying that you may have a little bit of a defeatist attitude. You have to change this idea of, that I just can't do it, or I'm never going to succeed, or something along those lines. Because right here, the Four of Wands is here to say is you need to get more perspective. You need to look down back at your life, look how far you've come, what you've gone through, evaluate the skills and things you have picked up along the way, and then decide where you want them to take you further.
Well, a lot of this is really, like Banshee said, you have to kind of overcome some things. One of those, maybe the center one here, suggests that maybe some of the things of your past have sort of shell-shocked you, sort of traumatized you, and that you don't feel like you're in control. At the same time, though, there seems to be beneficence around you, whether this is a spiritual equation or whether it's something else. It's there. So some of this may just be the idea that you're just kind of have an attitude that's defeatist a little bit, but you really don't have that totally. You can really dig into yourself and find that there are things that are happy in your life and that maybe give you the perspective to have more control. It's not going to be easy, but it really is about, trying to not be defeatist, not decide that something is already wrong.
Yes. Yeah, a whole room. I mean, when I think about it, okay, we have a room that's divided between books and cards, but it's grown beyond its space, and I could probably make a whole room out of what I have, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so in the Lenormand, you have the birds and you have the cross. And maybe this is saying really that a lot of this is the people around you, the voices you hear, the communications you have that bring you some sense of grief, that maybe these are the people that keep enforcing, some of the things you think about yourself. And they're not necessarily true. There really are, other voices to listen to that may be better supported. Just to thank them for their opinion, but you have to try to release them to some degree, because that Four of Wands there says there's happiness for you.
Yes.
And I think it's just really getting beyond the naysayers to some degree, the people that maybe don't feel they have an investment in seeing you happy.
So don't let other people, or other voices make you feel less than who you are. Oftentimes, we have to be careful who we surround ourselves with. And to be fair, okay, some people think they mean well when they offer their advice on what they think you should be doing, what they think you should be developing in your life. You decide what's right for you. Don't do things to make somebody else happy. Do things to make yourself happy. That's the key. And that's what we have for you, Angel Mary. Good luck with that. Sorry, I kind of messed up there.
Boy,
Lost my track. Yeah, I know. These are yours. Here. All right. Take care, Gina. Oh. Testing. Okay. You're welcome, Angel Mary. Kara's up. Am I right?
Yes, Kara's up.
Okay. Kara, you are up.
Don't make us pass you up. You're welcome.
Oh, she had a question. Her question was, anything need to know before going to see the doctor for blood pressure results? Okay.
Your deck.
My deck. Yeah, so I had a Zoom appointment with my doctor on Friday. It was not bad news other than I have to wait 3 months to get my COVID shot, the good one that would protect me from these variants. And who knows what'll come out in 3 months, right? But other than that, everything seems to be going well, he thinks. He does want me to come in to finally see him in 6 months. I'm happy about that. But it's going to be another 6 months. And he wants to do another type of special blood test on me, just to check for some different, potential to be on top of what's going on genetically, to be checking for some potential genetic changes. So we'll be doing that. There you go. Blood test results. Got it. Okay. Did I say pressure? I probably did. Sorry. Okay, it's the Queen of Wands reversed. It's the Queen of Cups reversed. Uh-oh. But Temperance is upright.
Well,
Can I see something here?
sure.
So these two are reversed, yeah, and then
Yeah,
Temperance
it's
is upright.
exactly the way you had it. You didn't want to do this before
Yeah, I
because you were
didn't.
kibitzing about the cat or whatever
Well,
it was.
because the camera was here. But anyway, the Queen of Wands reversed and the Queen of Cups reversed. Gee, Kara, I don't know if the doctor is going to read you the Riot Act, but there may be some things here that may make you unhappy. It could have...
Hey!
Wow.
Sorry.
It could have something to do with maybe something new that they want you to do. You know, maybe some lifestyle changes or some new direction in treatment. But ultimately here, I think you're going to find that this will be better for you. There will be more balance achieved. There'll be less stress and anxiety, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe whatever this doctor is going to say may have something to do with that, may improve your outlook, may improve your ability, like maybe you're not getting enough rest or something, and you will be able to get more rest or more balance in some area of your life. So like if you do have blood pressure problems like me, there could be a minor adjustment. If you do have something off in your blood, that might be treatable. So they might be giving you something for that.
Well, two queens reversed are sort of a caution, but I think the big card really is Temperance, the last one. I think that maybe you could be said to have warring, variations within your body, the medical things there. It's important just really to kind of not over imagine the worst at this point. That's the Queen of Cups there. I think that's what this is saying, is that this is not going to be overly dangerous to your life as long as you're willing to, just check into it now and work with the situation. I really think you will have the ability to be better.
You will. Okay, so I pulled these stars. And I pulled a pumpkin. Hey, look, it'd be more Halloween season than that, eh? The pumpkin is the clover in this deck, and the stars is the stars, which means basically good luck and hope for the future. So I think whatever comes out of this, there may be some discouraging things because you may have to do something different. You may have to get on some kind of treatment plan. You may have to change something in your lifestyle, your diet, whatever. But it's going to be lucky for you, and it's going to bring you more hope and peace of mind.
I agree with this totally, Karen. I just think that I think the biggie in some ways is actually the reverse queen. Just the idea that you just need to kind of calm yourself down a little bit and wait until you actually hear. There's just no sense in worrying about it. And you believe us, we all support you with that. No matter what happens, we're going to be there for you.
We're here for you. All right, Laura's up. Hey, Laura.
Go right ahead, Laura.
So we have for you, Kara. You are welcome. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks for waiting up, Laura, too, because I know it's probably 12 or something in the morning over there.
You can post, Laura. Go for it.
And I'm going to go back to the Night Sun Tarot. All right. Let's do a yes or no with that.
Job soon. All righty. I hope you do. Like that. We are still here. Hey, it's not even a hour over overtime yet, Angel.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Within the next few weeks,
All right.
Okay. The reason it didn't work before was I was trying to line it up over this, and I had to turn it around to be over there. So I think that's probably, you can cut them, or I'll cut them.
Oh, I will cut them. Hands off.
Notice how this one always gets cut too?
Ah, is that a problem?
Well, because I know what card it is. It's only one card like that. We've talked about this before.
Well, time for a new deck, Mr. O.
Maybe it can be one you buy and give to me. Not.
Maybe it will. But you've got a deck coming soon that I bought for you. Is that an ace? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't an ace? Okay.
No, it's the
Wheel?
9 or the 10
Oh, wow.
of cups.
Okay. That deck
Or it's
is,
the
I'm
eight
glad
of
you're
cups.
counting because that's kind of a confusing deck for me.
Well, the chances look lower than yes. They don't seem to be strongly yes, Laura, so I'm sorry about that.
What does she got?
We do have the reversed King of Swords
So I don't know if you have any...
and the reversed 5 of Pentacles.
Oh, the reversed 5 of Pentacles. Well, the good news is you'll be okay through this period. I feel as though the King of Swords reversed might indicate that if you have some things out there now that you've sent your resumes out and things like that, decisions might go against you right now. This may not work out for you. But the good news is that I feel that something will happen. There will be some type of recovery. There will be something that will happen. I just am not sure if it's in the time frame that you asked, though. But to me, this indicates that there is hope for the future.
My feeling is this is in specific in the time matter here, and I feel though that this is saying, some amount of feeling like there's a security presence for you, that you feel secure because somebody has your back, somebody's willing to help you out in whatever way you need. That will be manifest in this time if this isn't working out for you. The King of Swords reverse does seem to indicate really that there's not likely that you're being seen exactly the way you want, that maybe somebody is more partial to other candidates if you have actually put those feelers out there yet, and I imagine you are looking. So right now it doesn't seem that it's possible, but it's not a definite no is what I want you to know. It just sort of seems like, there's a sense of security from you, and I don't know if you live with family still that would be able to help out, but that's what it feels like maybe. I'm going to do the Lenormand no.
And don't forget, Mercury's still retrograde, so it might just be that during this retrograde shadow time, there's going to be not a lot of good things happening.
And, of course, other planets are retrograde, too,
That's
so
right.
it is kind of a mess. Okay, so your first card was the book. And this is like what somebody else had.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's back.
The scythe.
Same thing.
Even though it was from the bottom.
But this time the scythe isn't cutting the book. So
Right, it's cutting away from the book. Go ahead.
I wonder here if you're going to have problems... If you're going to have problems with not either receiving answers or things just aren't coming through with that facing the other way, I'm just thinking here that that maybe some of the places are slow to respond to you. That could be it too.
Once again, the scythe is kind of going inside with one of our persons who holds a sword. Mm-hmm. So it feels like maybe there's something larger than it's definitely not about you, Laura. It just seems to be like endemic to what's going on in your economy right now. perhaps. And I feel like you're not going to really find out why it's happening. Maybe because there are really, in a way, no other things you can do that would be better. Right. You know, that it's probably you've done everything about as diligently as you can, and so now it is really a process of waiting and just trying to remember, though, you know, that for now at least it seems like things will be taken care of for you.
Things will get better, I think. I really believe they will, but it just may not be in this time frame. So
we're sorry about that. Hopefully things will get better, though.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks. Pragati, are you awake? You're very welcome. Blessings to you, too.
Okay, Pragati is up. All right.
So that's going to be your deck. And I think Pragati is asking about a situation that's kind of sensitive to them.
Messages held for review. What happened there? Okay.
It just happens because of the filters we're trying to do, you know.
Oh.
Sorry you didn't remember that.
So Rakesh was not here, I guess. Okay.
Well,
all right. Let's move on.
It's your deck.
Oh, it's my deck.
And
right,
the reading was
sorry.
for you. Yes, you should be.
Okay. Where to put your focus? Okay. Let's see what we can give you on that, Pragati. I'm sorry to hear you're going through a difficult period right now of uncertainty. Let's see what the cards can do. Okay.
And we're using the Jack-o'-lantern deck. I love this deck for this time of year.
Me too.
Thanks, Violet, for taking care of that.
All right, sounds good, Violet. Okay, it's the Eight of Swords upright. The Nine of Pentacles reversed. And the Queen of Cups reversed. Well, okay, so you're unable to make a decision. You can't focus on anything. Jobless since May. There's a lot of struggle here, and it really is evident in these cards, you know. There's a little bit of emotional unbalance or sense of, you know, kind of getting down on yourself, I feel a little bit here. The Eight of Swords holds a little bit of a key to me. It could be saying, Pragati, that, you know, maybe there's just, you're feeling very, very uncertain about what it is you are capable of doing. Maybe you are holding, but you got to remember here, these swords around this person look like a prison, but this person could leave anytime they wanted to. So I think this is the key for you, you know, is you just need to get out of this mindset of, I'm stuck, I can't go anywhere, nothing is going to work for me, because nothing is going to happen if you remain in this prison of negative thinking. You have to come out, you know, and you have to trust yourself to be able to pull off whatever it is you are looking for. You have to, yeah, go ahead.
It is always possible that maybe some of the things are are connected to other people, and that's why you sort of have a feeling about holding yourself back. But ultimately, it is really something you need to do to understand that this is what you're holding yourself back on that level, at least, even if there are concerns about other people or situations involved. Next one.
Oh, thank you.
I just thought we were going to do it the way we normally
Well,
do it.
I did these two actually together. Okay. And the 10 of Pentacles, is that the 10?
It's the 9.
The 9, that's right. The 9 of Pentacles reversed. See, I can't see the cards that way very well.
Why not?
The 9, well, when they're standing, I can see them better. The 9 of Pentacles reversed indicates to me that you just sort of feel like something is missing in your life. You need something to complete you here. But conversely, maybe you feel as though you've already done, there's not much more you can do. I almost feel like there's a sense of loss here at what more you need to do. But I think here, with this reversed, it's really mostly saying, you feel a lack, like something is missing in your life. So it comes down to, are you doing what you really want to do? And should you be pursuing that at all costs? I mean, if you've been jobless for a while, it gets rough, and you'll take almost anything, to make some money. But that may not be the answer and make you happy. It'll keep you solvent for a while. But what you need to do is start working on whatever it takes to fill that gap in your life.
Well, all of these maybe relate to your sense about yourself as confidence. I sort of see a thread here with that. While I did see that this one maybe says, you have concern for other people's roles and you don't want to step out of yourself, it may be a way of saying, no, I can't do that because I have this concern. So that you're using maybe somebody else's situations to hold yourself back. And that could be a sign of the depression you talk about too, that you have been meant to feel that maybe your own importance isn't as important as others. So some of that is really you seeing yourself in comparison to others. That's what I'm getting here a little bit. And maybe the idea too that if you have things that work for you in your life, maybe you also doubt that you deserve them. So some of this is doubts that you have to work on. I don't know exactly, how you can reverse that necessarily. A part of this is because maybe, you feel like you have a debt to people that raised you or people that you live with, and so you don't want to dishonor or disobey them. But some of this is involving you sort of taking charge of yourself.
Right. Yeah, absolutely right there. I think when you ask what is missing, what is missing to me is this sense of feeling like what's missing is this
autonomy?
Yeah, your sense of autonomy, your sense of being able to do, your sense of self-esteem. And I have to say, Pragati, that the longer people are unemployed and, or feel that nothing is going their way, the harder it is to pull yourself out of this. I get it. But the bottom line is never give up on yourself. Remember, you just may have to work a little bit harder at making things happen in your life, and you have to be able to believe in yourself. I think what's missing maybe is the belief in yourself. And I know that's not fair because that's not why you're not getting calls back. But what it might be doing is it might be slowing you down. It might make you going for lesser jobs and things because you feel like you have no other choice. You have to believe in yourself and operate under that principle. And believe me, you have my sympathy completely because I know how that can be. I was laid off once and I felt it was the end of my world. I didn't think, I was so depressed back then. I was so depressed and down on everything. But I had to just keep going through and going out there, and there were humiliating moments. There were. So I just wish you the best with that. Let's do some Lenormand and see if something else doesn't stand out here.
You know, you should apply, because if it works out and you decide you really can't do it, you can always decline.
Say no.
Decline the offer. But you know what I have found in my experience, because I have been in some moments where I felt really insecure or unconfident of my ability to receive another job, that I decided I would do this as a practice, that I would apply to everything. And then even if I didn't get that job, it was an experience that kind of gave me some feeling, some credibility about myself.
You know, right, exactly. So, you know, hey, just because you apply for something does not mean you have to say yes. I have turned down jobs before.
I thought you had mentioned earlier something about an arranged marriage, so I don't know if that's what you're referring to. We have the tower, the clock tower.
Well, so something about not sure whether to apply or not. And
you don't see the one after that?
Romantic life is where it all started. Okay, well, that's where some of the things happened. Yeah, I get it.
But you mentioned an arranged marriage situation before. I saw that in the chat.
Well, right. So, whatever. We're talking about job now. And you know what? I want to say two things here. You asked what is missing before. I think what is missing is having a job or a purpose in your life, whether it's job or marriage, that brings you joy and happiness. So you need to pursue things that will fulfill you and make you feel good about yourself. That's one thing. But at another level, I just want to give you a little hope for the future here, is that it's highly possible that you will be able to find something out there job-wise that will bring you some joy and happiness.
It's kind of like a feedback loop where, like, if something happens, it reinforces feelings, and then if it doesn't happen, it de-enforces feelings. So it is important that you remain focused on trying to get a new job, and hopefully the one that you feel will bring you joy, because once you can do that, or even small steps working towards that, maybe you can't apply to that really desired job right away, but maybe you can take some steps getting there. Things that will make you feel better.
Well, you know what? And, you know, so long as you continue to try, you know, so long as you continue to do things and move yourself in a positive direction, even if you fail, you know, you've done your best, and that's what counts. Always try to strive to do your best for yourself, not for other people, but for yourself.
Live your life for yourself. I realize that there may be obligations due to your role in your family and situation, but you need to be able to look into your own self and feel worthy there, and no one else should be able to take that away from you, or don't let them.
And that's what we have for you. I hope that gives you some help today. Good luck with that.
We hope we see you again. All right, so Divine.
I understand that, and yeah, you're probably right about that, you know. I wish you luck in all of these areas, Pagati. We made it to Divine. All right, and then Mama Tia and then Violet.
Okay, so I'm going to use my animal.
You're very welcome. Anytime.
You're very welcome.
We're here.
Please come back.
Always feel free to ask us questions.
I see your question, Divine. Thank you. Let's do it as a 3 aces.
Yeah.
Yes or no? And then we'll see what else we see there.
Okay.
Here you go.
Okay. It's my animal deck again.
Whose animal deck?
My former deck. Hi, Sonny. Are you deliberately trying
We're
to stop
sorry,
me
Violet,
from...
but we will definitely make it up to you. We'll get a reading for you. It's time for us to do something else, so we'll talk to you about that. And yeah, it's just kind of late for all of us here, so appreciate
Sonny.
that. Hey, Sunman.
Everywhere I tried to move, he was blocking me from shuffling. I guess Sonny's trying to tell us the show is over too after Mama T.
That was a kiss to my audience, our audience. Or something.
Or something. Let me move my deck. I'll cut them. Mr. O, they're cut.
I know I'm trying to catch up because we need to answer some things there. So there.
The Sun Man in his splendor or something.
That wasn't one of them.
I don't care. Well, one thing that's positive, too, and if you ever need an uplifting message, Pagati, on Saturdays we do our happy hour, which is a single card positive message from Spirit, meant to uplift you, meant to give you hope for the future. So join us for happy hour, too. It's a bit of a shorter format, and we do that at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Aw, puppy. Aw.
Oh, that's so cute.
That will bring some joy into your life, Divine.
Okay.
So what do you got here?
One ace.
Okay.
Well, right now it doesn't look like it's a positive yes. There's only a slighter chance of yes, but interestingly enough, you do have the King of Cups, which is a warm, beneficent kind of person, mostly likely a man because of the context of the reading. It isn't saying necessarily they're a lover, but they may be a good friend who maybe over time could become more important. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles reversed. And being reversed is good. I know you wonder about the reversals, but this is a better reversal because maybe this is saying really, you know, it may be some time. I know you asked a time component to the question, but you could move towards that. Some of that too is just realizing that maybe you don't look at it the same way, but maybe there really hasn't been some sort of real attempt or commensurate interest coming out from you. So somehow maybe you haven't really moved to the moment of saying, I'm rising to this challenge or this idea that I'm looking for somebody. But that may be coming though.
So that's the Two of Wands?
No, that's the King of Chalices.
Oh, it's the King of Cups. I can't see anything here.
I said it. We talked about it a moment ago.
I know, but it looks like wands. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. And then we have the Seven of... You know what, Divine You? I think here that there is somebody definitely, possibly, that you will meet. And it's like Mr. O said, it might end up being a friendship over a love relationship, but that doesn't mean it can't change in time. It's almost exactly like he said here. But it's saying here, if you really want a relationship in your life, then you have to put the effort into it. You're going to have to put some effort into it. You know, they're not just going to come into your life and say, here I am. You know, you're going to have to put yourself out there and put yourself in the mindset that, yes, I'm ready to open my heart to a new relationship. And maybe then this person that you meet could be something a little bit more.
So it seems to me like we don't address the time component very well because it really looks like some of this has to be kind of you coming to terms with those feelings about, you know, really being interested or wanting to pursue that. And I hear what you're saying, of course. It's like that, you know,
Aww.
about, you know, feeling like you have to block people. So it may very likely be that it's not going to happen from the idea of the internet. So we're going to take a look at the Lenormand here just to see if we can leave you with a last idea there.
Poodles are adorable. You know what? There's your partner for now. You're going to have a pet to take care of. But, seriously, I feel like in time this could happen, but the reason we're not getting a good timing thing, I feel, is because you need to decide you're ready for that. And maybe you're not right now. Uh-oh.
The house
Uh-huh.
and the child.
Well, so... Oh my gosh, it's almost like your puppy in a way here. We didn't get the dog, but it's like a little puppy in the house.
But in the American culture mystique, dogs are your best friend. They're the most loyal person
their family,
to you. Their child, yes.
But the thing is, I think what this is saying here is take this slow. You don't have to decide anything right now. Take this slow and make sure you're comfortable with this decision. It's kind of like I said, you have to really open your heart and make sure you're ready. Often before you've said to us, I know you've said this to us where, well, I don't have anybody. I'm not looking for anybody, blah, blah, blah. So when you decide that's what you really want in life, then you can start going for it.
I think because you mentioned the black poodle, I think that's why the cards turn out this way at the end. I think this is really about you opening up your heart and your home to the love of somebody that would be a very loyal friend to you, a child to you in a way, somebody that you will feel like you need to put your energy and love into taking care of them.
It's that.
Probably what you need right now more than, somebody else in your life.
I mean, it may help you even in these matters, When you care for something like that, you are opening your heart to love, love of a companion animal, which of course can translate. Remember what they say, Divine. People who treat animals badly usually treat people badly too. And so when you open your heart in your home to an animal, and you take care of it, you're ready to open your heart to other things as well.
And, I like the idea too that, dogs, not cats so much, but dogs are excellent judges of character. And so once you have...
Oh, I think cats are too.
This adorable dog in your life,
Yeah.
It could be that when, other friends come around, people that maybe could be interesting, your dog's instinct will serve you right on whether or not they really are the kind of person you want to get to know better.
It's hard to go through the passings, and we've went through a number of them.
It is, yeah.
And I understand that, but all that shows me is you're a very caring pet companion. And pets need people like that, to give them a good home.
That's adorable.
It's tough, but we do have to say goodbye, to our companions. So we have for you, Divine. Hey, good luck with all of that.
So thank you, Divine.
Mama T wants a general.
Alrighty. And that'll be your
And then we're done, because I guess Violet said no to a reading. We'll get you later, Violet. Sorry, we've been this late before, but sorry for you.
It's just the day.
It's like I said, we will be here if you have to leave sometimes. Never feel guilty about that.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. Let's go back to the worksheet deck one more time. You are welcome, Divine. Hearts to you.
Thank you, and you're welcome.
All right, let's go. Shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't...
Oh, you do?
What am I looking at? Oh.
Where I pointed.
Oh, okay. Wow.
You can't see
Nice. Nice.
Awesome.
Mr. O is showing us we got more followers, which is very nice. Thank you, or subscribers.
Hello there, Sunman.
Sonny, did you have to rush up and make an entrance like that? Answer, yes.
Thank you, everybody, for supporting us. It really means a lot. We really appreciate everything. Many of you honor us in different ways, and all of it's good. No matter what you do to help support us, we really appreciate it.
I'm playing with the sunny.
Mama T.
All right, Mama T, let's see what we have for you. Is Sunny being a good witch cat or a bad witch cat?
Can he move the tail? It's on you now.
Bad.
It is so on you for this.
All right.
I know, Kelly. Oh, it seems to happen more and more often.
Yeah, on Sundays.
On Sundays.
But here we have, well, we have options we're considering, but we're a little slow in enacting them yet.
Okay, so there's the 3 of Cups or chalices for Mama T.
Right. The Hangman is reversed.
The Hangman is reverse.
And
like
another
it.
3.
And another 3, the 3 of Wands, which is also upright.
You want to go first? I can.
Okay. Well, the 3 of Cups and the 3 of Wands, these are both good cards, Mama T. They're really saying that you're ready for something good to happen. You're ready, and maybe that's because you're prepared for this goodness to happen. This may be something you have an expectation on. The 3 of Cups oftentimes talks about something celebratory. So even if it's just meeting with people that you've been dying to see but haven't been able to get with, or going to a favorite restaurant or something like that.
No, go on.
Oh, I see. And then, or I don't. And then with the Hangman Reverso is maybe saying, really, this is a time for you to realize that you don't have to make very big changes in your life or give up things to be waiting for something good to happen to you. And so maybe you're better off suited believing that good things are happening to you, rather than feeling like too many things are not good enough for you right now. It's a change in attitude, and I think a lot of us are getting these cards today. Some of that's maybe because of Mercury retrograde, because it kind of makes us look at the things happening, and maybe we have doubts about what it really means.
The Hangman is reversed, and so I feel here, Mama T, that there's 2 ways I could look at this card, but the way that really stood out to me is the fact that, this is a time you've made a lot of sacrifices in your life. You've had a lot of difficulties and struggles, but this is a time to look at the future with hope and more positive energy, and put positive energy into where you see yourself being, and in a positive way, not in a negative way, because I feel here there is things for you to celebrate in your future. There are things coming that will be a cause for celebration. Even if it's just a relief to you that conditions have changed and gotten better, I feel like maybe, the future is going to be a lot brighter, and that, the sacrifices that you've had to make, or some of the difficulties you've had to endure, if they don't pay off, they will just at least dissipate, and you will have a much better time going forward. I don't know how long this is going to take before it happens, but I feel like, as a general reading, that you might see some signs of this in the near future.
I kind of like the nuance of this deck. It is a lovely deck, so please feel free to give it to me if you're done with it. But I like looking at the Hangman there, because he's not really hanging. He's sort of doing this to himself, balancing on his head. And so it sort of says maybe he's being more proactive about what he has to consider as big changes in his life. So when it's reversed, it could be saying that you may be proactive, realizing that you don't have to do this. Like maybe there's a sense of relief here, because you realize it's almost a natural thing to do, to really go in the way that you are going, and to not have to consider really heavy duty changes to your psyche or your soul in some way. I know it's kind of out there and a little different.
Lenormand. Let's get that, and we're done. Well, options are always on the table. One is that I could get like a button that the floor will drop down and Mr. O will disappear and I'll just take over. There are other options, though.
That was my option.
Well,
I
we
can
do
cut the
enjoy
mic.
talking
She
to
doesn't even know that I cut the mic for a moment.